What's going on, guys? So today on this show, the SD Gundam review, we're going to be taking a look at something new to me. Obviously, definitely not new, considering it's a really older SD Gundam. And it is the O Gundam Type ACD, and I think this is not quite the BB Senshi line, but it's somewhere along those lines. This is a normal Type SD, not like the SDEX standard versions. We've looked at other things before. So this is a true SD, and I dig it. So we looked at the Exia last year, which was a lot of fun. And of course, we looked at the SDEX standard version when we hated on that. As far as I know, there isn't one of those of this, so I don't have that to look at. But we do have this guy. Nice image here. Definitely copying the HG box art, especially with the beam saber happening over here. And somebody else that should be on this side. That may or may not come up after this review. We'll see what happens. Of course, you got the 00 logo there. Really beautiful particle effects happening. O Gundam Type ACD. And then, of course, model number GN-000. Pilot, ribbons, all mark. Armaments, beam gun, beam saber, Gundam shield. Technically speaking, Lasse was piloting it prior to this. At this particular moment, yes, ribbons was in it. So the 2009 Bandai Spirits logo there. Come down to this side, you've got, sorry, my eyes are having to adjust. You got ribbons all marked there. You got the Gundam there. You got some effect stuff. Don't stop. Nope, don't look at any of that. Look, you got a GN drive that goes inside. That's pretty cool. And then you got weapons and stuff like that. And then you've got the O Gundam. Oh, good lord, 00 Gundam, and you got the Exia. I think that's a repair too. Kind of hard to tell. So if you get these things, it'll work. I'm still trying to get a hold of a 00 SD like that. I don't know if I can anymore, sadly. So let's come around to this side. You got number 333. That's pretty cool. Type ACD, all the things like that. You can see it actually kind of looks like he's in a bubble here, but look, they had to make up the rest of the box art, so they eliminated what's actually there. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I guess technically that is a BB Senshi. Oh, look at that. You've got, hey, 3-year-olds don't like ribbons all marked because he's a jerk. And you got PSPE, little guy with the toilet. No amount of money there, but this thing was like probably in the $12 range, if I had to guess. Should have been cheaper than that, but I think... Where did I pick this one up? I'm trying to remember if I got this one at Japan House. I might have. Or did I order it at Gundam Planet? I got so many things. I got stuff from 4 different places. Possibly 5 different places over time, so I don't remember exactly which one I picked this up. But it should be in the $12 range, thereabouts. Don't pay too much money for it. Either way, new O Gundam, totally still upside down, even though he's tiny. Yay! Okay, we gotta look at it, right? And we gotta do turntable time first and foremost. And he's a little bitty guy, so we'll see what happens here. And I will say this was an interesting little build because I did also paint a lot on him. Either by hand or by masking things off and spray painting. Just depending. Whoa, where is the focus? That was weird. It's like it didn't know to focus on the reflection or not. I guess because he's not center frame. There we go. Either way, so he's pretty good. Like I said, a lot of hand painting. Otherwise, you got to use stickers. I'm not a big fan of doing stickers, especially on SDs. So it is what it is. But he was a lot of fun. Of course, I got this because, well, I got the Exia last year. I figured I could have also more fun. Plus, I'm a big fan of the O Gundam, especially in this version. The Type ACD is pretty neat. Now, some sloppiness in some of the paint, but it's passable. Let's just be honest here. So that's enough of spinning the guy around. We'll take a closer look at him. Okay, so first and foremost, yeah, he's a tiny little dude. You know, he's got just ball joint mounted head there, ball joint mounted arm. Doesn't even have butterfly because it is the old school styly. Ball joint mounted shoulder joint there, and just, well, there goes the beam saber. Pointing it out, did paint this. It was a little thin. Obviously, didn't quite get in on spots because it was Pentaline first and then tried to paint it. And it went a little wonky. I believe that is German gray. I believe I just tried to, you know, spray a little bit of the gray paint in a cup and then spread it out. So anywhere that the gray is like that, like here in the vents, here up on the helmet, stuff like that, that's how that was done. Especially like down there in those little knee vents. The hands, I did have to paint those as well. They will rotate. It's super tight due to the paint, so I'm not going to really flex it too hard. Those were completely the wrong color. I think they might have been blue. You can see it's just not a great paint job, if I'm totally honest, but it's a quickie paint job, so who cares? That is, like I said, German gray for that. I did paint the yellow, so here on the collar, you can put a sticker, which doesn't quite cover all that, or you can just paint the whole thing yellow. I masked it all off. It is all a part of this. The white fins are not, so that can be removed separately. The yellow vents here are a separate piece. I did paint over those. They were yellow. I just wanted to make them match, so I did. You do have a clear green bit there, along with a sticker on the inside to make it all shiny and stuff. And you get yellow bits here. I believe it came with stickers for that, but once again, painted. Same thing on the butt. The hips and all that are all one piece, so I just had to make it work. You do get the big old GN drive here, little gray paint inside there. Of course, everybody's panel lined. You know, you've got the beam saber mounted back here. That's just on a tiny little peg. Be careful, don't break it off. Backs of the leg thrusters also got the gray treatment as well. The hips are on little bitty ball joints, as are the feet, so you can get a decent amount of posing out of him if you really need to. I mean, he's not going to be anything crazy, but he's got at least some SD-ness going on there. The red round here on the faceplate, that is all painted by hand. I believe I did that with my really basic acrylic red, and that's why it's terrible. I think it paint's about done, if I'm honest. And then the eyes, of course, are stickers. I'm not about to paint that. I ain't crazy. But overall, very nice. I actually do dig him. I mean, he checks all the boxes for that. Did I cut the safety fins? No, they're just so small I didn't have to bother. No rear camera sticker, though. That's kind of a bummer. But real quick, whoop, I'm knocking stuff off on the floor with my hand. Bring out the only other version we got of this guy, HG. By the way, I predict we'll get an MGO Gundam next year. I'm just going to say it. I hope we get it. This is a full-on prediction. I've got no information. I just really want an MGO Gundam. It's never happened, and I want one. So there he is. You know, he's got most of the same details. Oh, except for the thing I did forget. The sides of the torso here that are supposed to be white and red. So those are the things I'm lacking. I discovered that after I'd already assembled them and had most of the paint done. I ran out of red. I had no more white. Oh, I completely forgot. The entire V-fin, not the red bit. This, I forgot, just remembered, was supposed to be yellow. Hold on. I'm going to bring this up. I forgot because it's been a while since I did it. This is a picture of all the parts that needed to be painted prior to assembly. The V-fin was yellow. Yellow. Why? It's like, what kind of Gundam do you think this is? So you guys could see there, that's how much I had to paint this guy. So let's look at his accessories. As you saw in the picture, the gun was all blue. It's almost like my camera is forgetting how to camera. There we go. So painted it all. It's just German gray. Looks nice. You know, just got to be super careful putting it in his hand so you don't scrape all the paint off. If so, we're just going to leave it in his hand anyways. By the way, elbows are not functional if I didn't mention that. It does come with an ignited beam saber if you're down for that. And that was all painted just with some clear red over the white as it was. So just whatever. Pretty good. If you feel like it, just yoink that one off and then you just kind of insert this into the hand, so he's got all the things going on like that. Isn't that cool? That's cool. The other thing he does get is his shield. Once again, saw that on the picture. I had to, whoa, hey, go on, catch up. There you go. It's almost like it's too much shininess. That might be what's going on. Turn the camera away. All right, so this was solid red. Took many coats of white primer, which is all that is. It's just primer to do that. And in the center part, I just hand painted with gray, and it's sloppy, but it's done. And you can see on the back, I tried to also paint that with some gray. It did not apply very evenly. I guess that can needed to be shook up a little bit more, or maybe it was near the bottom of the can. I mean, it's the inside of the shield. I just wanted that for effect. I don't honestly care that much. But the shield does mount super nicely there. So overall, I mean, it's so good. But he definitely comes with more accessories, which is crazy, as we saw on the box. Or it didn't, technically. I was hiding that. You didn't see it. He comes with a stand. Look at this. Okay, considering how old this is, it's interesting that they came with what equates to the super simple stands now. And yeah, that will fold flat. It does come with 3 separate holes in there for different things. These cool, clear, green upright parts, which, you know, they only serve a single purpose. And that is to make use of the GN wings. Look at this. Look at these guys. Now, it doesn't have any of the sparkly stuff, so that's unfortunate. But I guess if I really wanted to, I could take some of my metallic green, which is basically just clear with some stuff. And I could just, you know, hit it with that, and it'll probably get close to matching the original. Now, these just plug in on the GN drive. Hold on. I meant to point this out, and I forgot. Because I always forget about it on these. These guys have a removable GN drive. So if you pull that out, that's basically just the cone. It's not the drive itself. The drive itself is on the inside. Like this. Exia had the same thing. So you got this core like that with some nice metallic-y bits and all that, and then translucent. So that's pretty cool. And this one is specific for him, so it tucks in like that. I just wanted to show that off. So, but the only thing he doesn't come with is the condenser version, because obviously when Lasse was fighting, he didn't have a GN drive. He was just using condensers, or tanks, particle tanks, that's the word I'm looking for, to make it happen. So, to use the wings, you plug it in like so, at an angle, like so. Gotta watch where my finger is, I don't want to snap anything off. And then you've got these giant posts coming out the bottom, and you just line them up like so, and you get that. He didn't technically do this in this in this version of this Gundam, but hey, it's still really neat that he can, right? You know, the GN butterfly, as he liked to do it. But that's pretty cool. I do dig that. I do dig that a lot. And then once again, of course, just bring in the normal one, just for effects. See, once again, this is the like particle tank version, not the GN drive version. Also, why is his head so tiny? Have I ever pointed that out, that head is way too small for the rest of the body? Then again, in comparison, yeah. So we will have several, as in quite a few, SDs this year, because I guess that was just the thing that was easiest to find. So on top of this, we will have a special 1 or 2, sort of, tomorrow, that kind of coincide with this guy, or go along with him, either way. And of course more later on, especially one that took an enormous amount of work, one that took nearly 2 days for me to do. An SD that took 2 days. Yeah. So, guys, make sure you do the thumbs up thing, hit the subscribe button if you are new. If you like 00October, go watch all the other 00October playlists. Also, if you want to help support the channel, get 00October merch down below. Hopefully, I've come up with some, and it will ship in a decent time. We do have the 00October logo, and now that I have a lineup for things, I might have the tour shirt available later as well, if people still want those. Plus, I might be working on a new design that I came up with on the last review, so we'll see what happens. So you guys come back tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Remember, as always, keep on building.